Hey coaches, in today's video, I want to show you just how bad marketing has got these days by using an example of someone who messaged me on Facebook and just how bad their marketing in particularly was, and using this as an opportunity to really milk why videos and platforms such as YouTube are a fantastic reason to use them as part of your business. Now, I'm going to end up showing on screen the conversation that we've had anyway, and I am going to keep anything about this person anonymous that I think gives them away. Fortunately, I am no longer friends with them on Facebook, and they are quite easily about like 5,000–6,000 miles away from me. But just for the professionalism of this, I do want to keep them anonymous, and certainly I want to try and minimize any backlash towards them as well. And also, just looking here, there is pretty much no one in my friends list who are friends with this person, so that just makes this video all the sweeter. Now, just to kind of set the scene here, we have all had people friend us on Facebook that we don't know. And that part of things I am absolutely fine with. I like being able to network with people, and even with what I'm planning to do on my YouTube channel at the moment with getting people involved in my podcast, and these are coaches from all different backgrounds and areas, and even social media managers of sorts as well. It's great to be able to connect with people. But one of the things that I absolutely despise, and I'm sure you probably do too, is when people message us to then start essentially doing the whole cold calling thing. So if you don't know what cold calling is you're kind of reaching out to people to sell your services to them in the hopes that they might want your services, and that's doing that with or without the research. Now, in this particular scenario, this person who had messaged me, they had clearly not done any research on me at all, even when they had networked with me and befriended me on Facebook. And they then go into trying to sell me their services. But I want to go through this with you because, as I say, it's absolutely hilarious, and I want to milk again why videos and YouTube are just so important. So I'll bring this up on the screen now, and we'll just kind of read through this. So it starts off with, "Hey Daniel, I came across your profile and it looks great. I help people who want to get in shape and break their bad habits with hypnosis without having to force themselves to do it." Already selling me in that first sentence as well. "I also help people raise their metabolism by using their subconscious mind so they can get into shape faster." Now, I have absolutely no problem with any kind of self-development, even the woo-woo stuff versus the logical stuff. I like to think I'm very open-minded in the backgrounds of every coach that I've worked with, and just even the kind of things that are out there that I have absolutely no understanding in. And you know, when I've worked with hypnotists and psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff in the past as clients, so working with a hypnotherapist is nothing uncommon to me. But this person has already connected with me straight away, sent me a message telling me about that they liked my profile and what it is that they do. Even though I haven't actually asked them what it is that they do, we've gone straight into about them. I then put, "Oh nice, and what was it about my profile that you liked?" Because I was already getting that inkling like, hang on a minute, I think I'm being sold something here. And then he just put, "Idea as YouTuber strategist." And I'm thinking, now the English seems a bit broken, considering that that message before, to me, and probably to you as well, looks very copy and paste. That sadly, and I think what I think coaches are potentially doing is that they're handing their Facebook pages to people from essentially other countries around the world to do the marketing for them, just befriending strangers and then just trying to be like, "Oh, hey, it's nice to meet you. Oh, I do this." do you want my services? Which is really what this leads on to, because I'm clearly jumping the gun here. But he put, idea as a YouTuber strategist. And then I put, well, if you need help growing your profile on YouTube, I'm certainly your guy, which I am. So of course I thought I would sort of spin it around a little bit and just play the services card back in a very sort of tongue-in-cheek kind of way. And then this is what I was absolutely sticking myself when I saw this. On the third message from him, he then puts, does this sound like something you might want to know a little more about? So for those of you who actually aren't friends with me on Facebook, so I've actually, over the years, I've done a lot of fitness challenges. And it was all really in memory of my grandpa who'd passed away many years ago. And every year since, I always do something for his anniversary. Now, I'm not expecting this person to know that, but if he had a look at my profile properly, he would see a lot of fitness pictures from different projects that I've done. And the fact that he's trying to sell me a service that is solving a problem that I've already solved myself, I just find absolutely ridiculous. And then this is where then I had said to him, like, right, have you had a look at my profile? Covered his name, just curious, question mark. And then he put, yes, I have. And this was the last message then that he looked at of my stuff, because I think he just probably knew, or whoever was running this profile or this account just knew, like, yeah, this person's not interested in having their mind warped into improving their eating habits. And I basically gave a bit of a spiel here, explaining the situation, and really just pointed out a little bit on why videos are important. So I put, great, so you'd have seen that I've done a fair few fitness challenges and projects, and because of my work, I've worked with quite a lot of therapists, hypnotherapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists for clients. Now, being honest, which I hope you can appreciate, because I like to have a very honest policy with people, I hope you can appreciate you shouldn't need to message strangers and right away ask them if they want your services. If anything, I'm curious about this mentioned by this famous podcaster, because this guy on his profile, when I had a look, apparently this podcaster had mentioned him, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, you must have a really good reputation then. Why do you need to be cold calling or messaging people if you've got this fantastic traction and reputation behind you, if you've got big celebrity names mentioning you? That must have gotten you loads of clients, right? For me, this is why your YouTube channel needs to be on point. And yes, I did look at it because I, of course, did my research. I know how to social media stalk, essentially, if I'm looking at the background of a coach to see how big their reputation is, because there is certainly a lot of scammers on the internet, and we'll go over that, I think, in another video. But yes, I did look at it. No, hang on, where am I? For me, this is why your YouTube channel needs to be on point. And yes, I did look at it, but it should be so good that you don't need to be wasting time adding strangers. They should be coming to you. Now, although I've made this statement, I'm going to say on one side, there is nothing wrong with networking with people on the social medias. Sending friend requests, receiving friend requests, following people, subscribing to people, and getting the same in return. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But certainly what I do take disrespect into is when people message and then try and sell you on their services in the hopes that you'll buy from them, even though they just don't need it at all. There is something really wrong with that kind of marketing. So I'll let you think about it. Rob, that his name. If you'd like to have a call with me about your YouTube channel and having it so good you never have to message Facebook people again, otherwise, respectfully, I don't like sales messages, especially if I'm being sold something on the third message from someone I have no rapport with. And so otherwise, I'd kindly ask we unfriend. Anyway, it's up to you. All the best. Yeah, he didn't look at that last message, but I really hope that he did, because it's important. Having something like a YouTube channel, and even just videos in general, whatever social media, in fact, we'll focus on videos at first. It doesn't really matter what social media you put these videos on, but it's the fact that people have the opportunity to watch videos and build an online relationship with you. Build that rapport through watching content that they see value in, and it's value that they need as well. So like in this circumstance, maybe there would have been someone who didn't have the best eating habits, maybe perhaps even they're overweight, and they are looking for some new alternative that is going to help them to get the fitness goals and results that they want. That would be the person to market to. And how is that done? Well, by putting videos out, SEOing that content, you're going to put yourself in the right searches for those people to find that content. And then what's going to happen? They're going to watch more of your videos. They're going to go to that particular social media platform where you're based. For me, my preference really is obviously going to be YouTube, because people kind of forget, or maybe they weren't aware, that you don't have to be uploading content regularly on YouTube. In regards to if you want to grow your subscriber count and you want to get an inflow of traffic, then absolutely it is a great method to be putting content out regularly, and you will get all of the traffic and conversions that you want. But also at the same time, you can treat your YouTube channel as just an online portfolio that has everything that you need in regards to like FAQs, case studies, maybe some simple advice videos, and even videos explaining what is it that you do, how you help your clients and whatnot. That can be there as well. And even that at the bare minimum will get you results. If you're networking with people and then they say, oh, have you got more stuff that I can see or hear about? And then you can direct them to that social media platform such as YouTube. And if they're looking at all this content on your YouTube channel, and especially if they've binged a few videos all in one go, then the very likelihood is they're going to subscribe, or they're going to reach out to you for a consultation. That is going to have such a better impact on the viewer. And not only that, but it's going to have a better impact on the opportunity to sell to that viewer. Calling me up or dropping me a message saying, this is my services, do you want it? When I definitely don't. And if that person were to have a proper look and see that I don't, they're only wasting their time. If anything, they wasted their friend request, because there is a limit that you can do every day. So they wasted their friend request and they're wasting their time. Now, if instead this particular hypnotherapist focused on making a whole bunch of videos, released them on a regular basis on their YouTube channel, SEO'd them and stuff, there is a huge audience on the YouTube platform all around the world, because there's at least 122 million active daily users. I'm pretty certain that was the last updated stat for that piece of information or fact. And because there's going to be millions out of that amount of people who are going to be looking at fitness stuff on how they can improve their eating habits or weight loss, so even just hypnotherapy in general, and they would be bound to come across this guy and be watching his videos. And it's just a shame that instead of focusing on his YouTube channel, which was incredibly poor, there was about 4 or 5 videos on there. They weren't titled correctly. They had really crappy thumbnails. They looked awful. And he had nothing that essentially promoted his services in the best possible light. So if you ever watch this, person who might recognize the messages, if it's even you, I'm kind of convinced that you probably passed your account to someone else to handle the marketing for you. videos are the way forward. Videos are going to be what builds that relationship with people wherever they are in the world, whatever it is that they're doing, whether they are eating dinner and watching YouTube videos on their phone, whether they're in the gym looking for something to give them that extra motivation, or maybe, you know, it's someone who maybe is experiencing something dark in their lives and they are looking to change their ways in a huge, impactful way. Videos are the way to do it. And if you're using videos, you can just create a lump sum, stick them on a YouTube channel, and be directing people that you meet there. And I can assure you, you'll be getting clients that way. Or alternatively, or as well, be releasing content on a regular basis that is so valuable to people that it keeps them coming back for more, and they'll binge watch your stuff and they'll get to a point they'll be like, oh wow, you know what, I need to work with this person. He has proven to me that he is getting results for his clients. He's the go-to person who's going to help me solve all my problems. And it is as simple as that. And the more content that you put out there, the more you are easily going to compete and overtake with other YouTubers or hypnotherapists on the platform that have channels as well. And more importantly, you're going to grow your reputation in a fantastic way. So if you're a coach who maybe has been doing this ridiculous method of trying to get business, I highly suggest stop. And if you're unsure how to really move into the YouTube side of things or video side of things, I would love to have a chat with you. But I think what will be best is if you head to my website, CameraDan.co.uk, you can have a look at the kind of things that I do with clients, how I help them to grow their YouTube channels, as well as teaching them how to manage it and maintain it on their own, because I think that's such an important thing. It can't be a one-hit wonder. You go, oh, I've got a client now, I'll just be lazy with my channel. You know, I teach people how to be consistent with putting content out on a regular basis, and it be good content too. So with all that said, thank you for watching this video, and look forward to more content, and head to my website, CameraDan.co.uk.